Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, lived an old man named Grandpa Joe. He was known throughout the village not just for his age, but for his wisdom and the stories he told. One sunny afternoon, as he sat on the porch with his young grandson, Timmy, he decided to share a tale about the secret of self-confidence. "Timmy," Grandpa Joe began, "let me tell you about an old oak tree that stood tall in our village. This oak tree wasn't just any tree. It was the largest and strongest tree in the forest. Many people would come to admire it, but few knew the secret to its incredible strength." Timmy's eyes widened with curiosity. "What was its secret, Grandpa?" "Well," Grandpa Joe continued, "it all began many years ago, when the oak tree was just a small sapling. It was surrounded by many other trees, some tall, some short, some thick, and some thin. The young oak was the smallest among them and often felt overshadowed. It looked up at the towering trees and thought, 'I'll never be as tall or as strong as they are.' One day," Grandpa Joe said, "a wise old owl came to visit the young oak. The owl perched on one of its branches and noticed how the little tree drooped with doubt. 'Why do you look so sad?' asked the owl. The young oak replied, 'I see all these grand trees around me and feel so small. How can I ever be like them?' The owl, with a knowing smile, said, 'Let me share a secret with you. Strength and greatness don't come from being like others. They come from being the best version of yourself. Grow at your own pace, and with time, you will find your own unique strength.' Grandpa Joe looked at Timmy and said, "The young oak took the owl's advice to heart. It focused on growing strong in its own way, embracing its unique features and quirks. Seasons changed, and the oak continued to grow, slowly but steadily. It didn't compare itself to the other trees, but took pride in its own growth. Years later," Grandpa Joe said, "the young oak had become the largest and strongest tree in the forest. Its branches spread wide, providing shelter and comfort to all the creatures in the forest. The once small sapling had found its strength not by trying to be like the others, but by trusting in its own growth and capabilities." Timmy listened intently. "So, Grandpa, what's the lesson in this story?" Grandpa Joe smiled gently. "The lesson, Timmy, is that self-confidence comes from understanding and embracing who you are. Just like the oak tree, you don't need to compare yourself to others. Focus on your own growth, trust in your abilities, and remember that your unique qualities are your greatest strengths." Timmy nodded, feeling inspired by his grandfather's tale. The old oak tree, once a small sapling, had taught him a valuable lesson about self-confidence, one that he would carry with him always. And so, Grandpa Joe and Timmy sat together, the old man's stories continuing to shape the young boy's understanding of the world, one lesson at a time. In the end, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Goodbye and see you in the next video.